Find the general solution to the ordinary difference equation. This one doesn't look so bad, but this x cubed will actually cause us some problems. So right, it's y prime plus y equals x cubed. Right, that doesn't look too bad. So the first thing though is a little misleading. What is f of x? Right, this is supposed to match y prime plus f of x times y equals g of x. So g of x, that's definitely x cubed, but the f of x though is just 1. Right? We've got 1 times y, and so here f of x ends up being just the function 1. Alright, so a little bit of a trick there, but now we can keep going and we'll calculate our integrating factor mu of x. So mu of x, e indefinite integral f of x dx equals e to the integral of 1 dx. Alright, well that's e, so the integral of 1 is x, technically plus c, but we can drop it because it just multiplies the entire equation by a constant. So our integrating factor is just e to the x. Well, that doesn't look too bad, so let's go ahead and do that. So we've got y prime times e to the x, put e to the x y prime, plus e to the x times y equals x cubed times e to the x. All right, just double checking for my own benefit and possibly yours. It should be e to the x times y whole thing prime that this left-hand side can collapse into. All right, so if I do that, I end up with non-derivative first times derivative second y prime plus the derivative of the first term times the non-derivative of the second. Well, okay, that ends up with e to the x y prime plus the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. So it's just e to the x there times y. And yeah, that's exactly what we have. E to the x y prime plus e to the x y equals, whatever, x cubed e to the x. All right, well then, next step is always integrate. So we're going to integrate e to the x y whole thing prime dx equals integral of x cubed e to the x dx. So one of these is actually quite simple, or easier to do, right? The integral and the derivative cancel. We end up with e to the x y equals, this one can be done, but it's not as simple. So this one is x cubed e to the x. We have to do a bunch of integration by parts. So I actually don't have enough room on this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video right here, and then I'm going to go to another page where I'll actually do this integration by parts integral, because you probably need the refresher, and then I'll come back to this page and we'll finish off the problem.